Above our heads, beyond the clouds, a silent race is unfolding. Not the one we see on television, but one hidden behind encrypted transmissions, black budgets, and classified briefings. Governments, private companies, and secret alliances are quietly building machines that could decide the future of humanity. And most of us will never know until it's too late. Stay until the end, because what you'll see at number 1 might prove that the next world war won't be fought on Earth. These are the 8 secret space projects the world was never supposed to know about. 8. The X-37B Orbital Test Vehicle, United States. It looks like a miniature space shuttle, but what it does is far from ordinary. The X-37B is a top-secret robotic spacecraft operated by the U.S. Space Force, and its true mission remains a mystery. Launched for the first time in 2010, it can stay in orbit for over 900 days without returning to Earth. Inside its small cargo bay, it carries experimental payloads, but no one outside a select few knows what they are. Officially, the Pentagon says it's for scientific purposes. Unofficially, analysts believe it tests advanced surveillance sensors, satellite interceptors, and experimental propulsion systems. Every mission ends the same way. The craft glides back to Earth, lands flawlessly, and the data disappears into classified archives. It launches, flies, and lands itself. No crew, no radio chatter. A reusable space spy, circling the planet, silent, self-thinking, and always watching. But while America perfects the orbital spy, the next program doesn't just watch from orbit, it hunts. 7. Project Silent Barker, United States. In 2023, the United States quietly launched a satellite under the name Silent Barker. Officially, space domain awareness. Unofficially, surveillance of other satellites. Built through a joint effort between the U.S. Space Force and the National Reconnaissance Office, Silent Barker can maneuver, stalk, and observe targets from multiple angles. It monitors foreign satellites that might attempt to jam communications, shadow American assets, or disrupt GPS networks. In simple terms, it's a satellite that spies on satellites. Experts believe there's more than one. Multiple Barkers may already form a secret constellation, guarding U.S. space interests like invisible sentinels. The era of space espionage has officially begun, but while the U.S. defends its assets from orbit, another superpower is quietly building laboratories that don't officially exist. 6. The Tiangong Shadow Labs, China. While the world watched China's Tiangong space station orbit proudly in public view, something else was being assembled, hidden from telescopes and public reports. Leaked documents refer to Tiangong Shadow Modules, unlisted orbital labs, connected through encrypted channels to the main station. Unlike the public Tiangong, these shadow modules reportedly host military experiments, AI-driven surveillance, advanced radar imaging, and micro-satellite swarms designed for defense and reconnaissance. Some analysts believe China is testing co-orbital drones capable of approaching, inspecting, or disabling foreign satellites, effectively space interceptors. Beijing has never confirmed their existence, yet independent observatories have recorded unidentified companion objects aligning perfectly with Tiangong's orbit, vanishing and reappearing at regular intervals. Officially, nothing unusual is happening. Unofficially, China may already have the world's first dual-purpose space station, half science, half secrecy. And while China hides its experiments in orbit, the next mystery has haunted scientists for over half a century. 5. The Black Knight Satellite, unknown origin. Some say it's just space junk. Others believe it's something far older, and not built by humans. For decades, astronomers have tracked a strange, unregistered object orbiting Earth in a perfect polar trajectory, something no known satellite could do when it was first spotted in the 1960s. NASA called it debris, but ham radio operators reported mysterious signals from its direction, repeating patterns that didn't match any transmission. In 1998, astronauts aboard Space Shuttle mission STS-88 photographed a large, black, irregular object floating over Earth. NASA later said it was a piece of thermal insulation. Still, many experts weren't convinced. The object's shape, orbit, and radio emissions didn't match any known fragment. Whether it's Cold War technology, an early secret probe, or something much older, one thing is certain: It's still up there, silent, dark, and unclaimed. Whatever the Black Knight is, it's watching us back. But while this mystery floats quietly, Russia has already turned orbit into a battlefield. 4. Cosmos 2499, Russia's orbital weapons platform. In 2014, Russia launched a satellite called Cosmos 2499. Officially, a communications satellite. Unofficially, a hunter. Astronomers soon noticed strange movements. The satellite was changing orbits, approaching others with surgical precision. Western intelligence called it a killer satellite, capable of disabling enemy spacecraft with electromagnetic pulses, lasers, or even direct impact. It moved like it was alive, adjusting speed, circling targets, and retreating into shadow. Over the next few years, Russia launched more: Cosmos 2504, 2521, 2542. Each behaved the same. In 2020, the US accused Moscow of testing space-based weapons after one of these satellites released a smaller object, possibly a projectile. Russia denied everything, but the evidence is clear. Cosmos 2499 changed the rules of space forever. For the first time in history, an object in orbit could attack another. The sky had become a battlefield, and while Russia builds weapons above our heads, one billionaire is quietly building something much bigger: a fortress on the moon. 3. Blue Origin's Blue Moon Defense Project. United States. We've all heard Jeff Bezos talk about colonizing the moon, but behind the public optimism, leaked documents tell a different story. One involving military funding, classified partnerships, and lunar defense. In 2022, whistleblowers revealed Project Blue Moon Defense, a collaboration between Blue Origin, NASA, and the Pentagon. Its purpose: to create permanent lunar infrastructure, modular habitats, mining sites, and communication hubs capable of controlling satellites and drones in orbit. The base would give the US a massive advantage in cislunar space, the strategic zone between Earth and the Moon. Whoever controls it controls the space highways of the future. Construction could begin within the decade, and it won't just belong to a country, but to a company. A privately owned gateway to the Moon. For the first time in history, the line between military and corporate power may vanish among the stars. But while corporations claim the Moon, nations are preparing to weaponize it. 2. The Lunar Shield Energy Project, Global Consortium. Officially, it's called the Lunar Power Array Initiative. Unofficially, insiders call it the Lunar Shield. The concept is simple and terrifying. Cover parts of the Moon with massive solar panels that beam microwave energy back to Earth. The official goal: clean, unlimited power. The suspected goal: a weapon. Leaked data suggests the arrays could also focus energy beams, disabling enemy satellites, disrupting radar, or even frying missiles mid-launch. A network of nations, including the US, China, Japan, and members of the EU, may already be cooperating on early construction. Satellite imagery of Mare Tranquillitatis shows strange rectangular reflections not aligned with natural terrain. If the reports are true, the lunar shield would be humanity's first planetary weapon, orbiting silently above, capable of lighting cities or burning them. And while the Moon becomes a fortress, what's coming next could turn the sky itself into a weapon. 1. Project Aurora, United States and United Kingdom. For years, pilots over Nevada and the North Sea reported thunder-like booms that shook the ground. No explosion, no aircraft on radar, just sonic echoes that vanished into silence. Enter Project Aurora, the rumored hypersonic spaceplane jointly developed by the US and UK under black budgets since the 1980s. Documents leaked from British intelligence describe a trans-atmospheric vehicle capable of reaching Mach 8, fast enough to reach orbit without rockets. Witnesses near Area 51 reported triangular contrails glowing blue and pulsing in the night sky. Declassified patents filed by Lockheed Martin and BAE Systems describe pulse detonation engines, exactly what Aurora would need to operate. No government admits it exists, but its fingerprints appear everywhere. Classified funding spikes, unregistered test flights, sonic events never explained. If Aurora is real, it's the ultimate ghost. Part aircraft, part spaceship, able to strike anywhere on Earth within minutes, and vanish before detection. A weapon that redefines warfare. Fast, invisible, and untouchable. From robotic orbiters and shadow satellites to lunar bases hidden from telescopes, these projects reveal one truth. Space is no longer empty. It's divided, mapped, and militarized, a silent battlefield wrapped in starlight. The next frontier of power isn't on the ground. It's above it, where nations fight in silence, and victories are measured in orbits, not borders. Above the clouds, new empires are rising, and they won't stop at Earth. Because whoever controls the skies controls the future. Which of these secret projects shocked you the most? Would you trust humanity to build peace in orbit, or prepare for war in the dark? Tell us in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the unseen technologies shaping our future. Because the stars are no longer just destinations. They're territory,